Who wants to be a millionaire? Well, I think most people do. They'll all have their different reasons for doing so. And one reason this morning I came across, I was talking to Ross, our local butcher, and he described what he would like to do as have a comfortable retirement, mortgage paid off, and a comfortable retirement. Now, that definition of comfortable varies. According to the superannuation gurus who do these things, it's $60,000 per year. So will $1 million do? Well, if you get $1 million and have that in the bank, and that's easier said than done, and I have some calculations on our Facebook page that you can have a look at, which I may read through in a moment. In fact, I'll read through now. If you start with $3,000 and invest $750 a month over 24 years and get 12%, you might get $1 million. Saving for $1 million requires time, earning rates, and the amount that you put in. Three big variables. And you have it in super so that you can't get it out, so it might be there at the end of the day. But then there's all these little hands, 15% from the government, for example, going in there. So saving it is very hard to do. So maybe we take the approach that Ross does. Build up a business. Now, Ross has got a small little butcher shop, built up a nice little clientele over 8 years, and he wants to be able to step back, take his trip to Vietnam, and do these things, do some travel, and leave it in the hands of his boys, so he describes. But that's easier said than done for a small business. And there was a book written by Michael Gerber called The E-Myth Revisited, E standing for entrepreneur, that explains the difficulties of doing that. And any business requires costs. That's a big challenge in itself. And when I read today that most people in Australia have got 1 or 2 months spare income cash in the bank, then they ain't got the capital to go out and do anything else, and then they need to borrow, and that's easier said than done following the Royal Commission. And then if you do have that $1 million and invest it, well, you might get 2.6%. But yesterday, the Reserve Bank or others suggested that interest rates will drop down. Therefore, you might need $2 million. Therefore, what do? Fairly clearly, you have to set up a business. And I'm looking for 3 people, and the testers, you need to come here or send me a PM so that I can send you on how to accumulate $1 million in our Health and Freedom magazine. 3 people to help you get there. It's an appointment. You make the time and you make the effort. You're in my neighbourhood. Thank you.